We now moved on to the applications of relations and functions. There can be a lot of applications, but I will be focusing on what I gave in the module. Our example on water pressure: for every mile descended into the ocean, the water pressure is approximately 1.15 per square inch, which can be expressed in the function notation as f of x equals 1.15x, where x is the miles below sea level. So our first situation is we have the Mariana Trench, which is the deepest point in the ocean, in the Pacific Ocean, and the water pressure there at the deepest point is 6.85 miles below sea level. So no, we are going to find the water pressure uh, at this point in the Mariana Trench. So we have F of X. So our X here, that's the miles below sea level, is 6.85. So times 6.85 equals 1.15. So in this case, you need your calculator in order to find the value or the water pressure at this particular part in the Mariana Trench. So we cannot do this mentally unless you are very good in mental math. So you need your calculator. Where is my calculator? Um, Let me see. One moment. 1.15 times 6.85. So that would be 7.8775. 7.5. So this is the water pressure of that particular point in the Mariana Trench. So the second one, the Titanic, lies at the bottom of the ocean. So that is 2.36 miles below the surface. So what is the pressure at this point? So that's F of 2.36. So get ready with your calculator. 36 equals, so you just simply substitute our x with 2.36. So our 1.15 is constant. This represents the every mile of water pressure. So times 2.36. 36. I wish I have that gadget on writing so that it will not be that bad. So 1.15 times 2.36 equals 2.714. So uh, that would be the water pressure of the where the Titanic ship lies. That's 2.36 below sea level. Okay. Next, based on the definitions, determine whether the following are functions or relations. So as you can see, we recall that relations is just a combination of a pair. There's a pair of the input and the output, or the domain and the range. While the function is very specific, that your first element or each domain is paired with exactly one is paired with another one in the output or in the range. So take note, we cannot repeat our um, domain or our input. So let's try to see. The Toshiba company has made recommendation on what size of television to purchase based on the distance a viewer would be seated from the screen. So if this is our domain, if this is our x, this will be our y. So 40 is paired with 40. So if your television is 40 inches, then you must be 40 feet away from the screen. And no, not 40, 4 feet away from the screen, and a maximum of 6.3 feet uh, away. So if your size is getting bigger, for 42 inches size of your television, you must be at least 4.2 minimum distance, and maximum distance is 6.7. So for if your television set is 46 inches, then you must be at least 4.6 to 7.3, so up to 6.5. So if you're going to look at closely and we go back to our instruction, we are asked to determine we are whether we have a function or a relation. So as you can see, our 40 is actually paired with not just one but more than one, because that would be the minimum distance is 4 and you have the maximum is 6.3. There are still values in between, so our 40, our screen size is being paired with more than one value, more than one distance. That's the minimum distance that you can have, so it can be from 4 up to 6.3 feet. So would it be a function or a relation? Our x is being repeated several times. So this is a relation because our x value or our input is being repeated. So income of residents, this is a second example, in the Philippines is taxed progressively up to 32%. The citizens are taxed on all their net income derived from all sources within and outside the country. So minimum taxable income is 0, maximum taxable income is 9,999, and this is our tax rate. So if we are going to look at it, if you have 0, these are our x. So we have several x's from 0, so 0 to 999. So this will be the tax rate. If your salary is from 10 to 29,999, then you will have a 10% tax rate. 30 to 69.99, then you will have 15% tax rate. 70 to 13999, you have 20% tax rate. 140 to 2499, you have 25% tax rate. From 250 to 49999, you will have 30% tax rate. And if you have 500, I missed the zeros here. If you have 500,000 and above, then you will have 32% tax rate. So our x, we have several x's, but we only have one. This is our y. It's not actually the y. This will lead us to our value for y, for our value. But since we will just do the pairing, then we will make the tax rate as our y. So if you have 0, of course, wala kay income, wala kay tax. Uy, ito ka sa 1. But basically, at least you will have 999 maximum. Let's say, for example, nag 1,000. So you will have 1,000 there, 1,000 minimum income. So up to 999. So you'll have 5% tax rate. So 1,000, 1,001, 1,002 up to, so each regular siya. So in this case, every value here, every value within the range is paired with one tax rate. So you can have several values but only one tax rate. But we take note that we did not repeat the domain or our x values. So we can say that this is a function, a special kind of relation. This is a function because our x values, our input, is not repeated. So that's a function. Next, this one. So if we could have the graph for this, the piecewise defined function, then it will be very exciting to really see if you can do it face to face. Piecewise functions are combinations of functions. So it's not just one, but several kinds of functions. The portion of the functions that is applied depends on which interval of the domain is being considered. So, example. So the dosage amounts of medicine may be too much for those with low body weight. Chewable 160 milligram tablets of acetaminophen are available for children that weigh at least 24 pounds. At least. So minimum. The following table gives information on how many tablets can be given to a child based upon his or her weight in pounds. So even if you have the same age of your children, um, the number of tablets, well, spelling mani oy. So the number of tablets will be dependent on the weight of your children. So not the age, the weight. So from 24 to 35 pounds, then only one tablet will be given. If your child is 36 to 47 pounds, then 1.5 tablet will be given. 48 to 59 pounds, 2 tablets will be given. So 60 to 71 pounds, that's 2.5. 72 to 95, 3 tablets, and 96 and above will be 4 tablets. So the information above can be written in a piecewise function notation where x is the child's weight in pounds, and g of x is the recommended number of 160 milligram tablets to be given. So we have here g of x. So we write it this way. So 1 if from 24 to 35 pounds, 1.25 or 1.5 tablets if your child weighs from 36 to 47. 2 if your weight is what's this 20 2 if 48 to 59, 2.5 if 60 to 71, 3 if 72 to 95, and 4 if it's greater than or equal to 96. So if we are going to graph, mura siya inana ang noun sa to ang graph. So nakaani, ya din hinasad. So another term straight na dapat ha. Another name for piecewise function is step function. Why? Mura man kaog ni step up. Mura kag ni cut ana. So that's piecewise function. So if we could have if we can have more examples on this and in face to face, this for me will be very exciting to analyze, and though it's very tiring to do the graphing, but we can visualize it using the graph rather than looking at the numbers, especially for those who are not really um, into the numbers. Yeah, the graph will help us visualize things.